Okay, I knew he was going to interrupt, so that's all right. So anyhow, I wanted a second opinion. And he said, no. He says, the only person that should be messing with your neck is the head guy at UNLV. So he says, then I will make the appointment for you. And this was like, gosh, I would probably say a Thursday. I'm giving you the long version of the story because it's still fresh on my mind. So that Monday, the nurse from Vegas called, and she said, can you come in that night at 7 o'clock? And I said, well, we live in Kingman. She goes, well, I think you need to come in. And I'm like, all right. So my husband and I jump in the car and go down there, 7 o'clock at night, and he looks at because he had my CAT scan. Oh, and I had an MRI, by the way, another MRI. 2 CAT scans, MRI. And this ENT doctor at UNLV took one look at the first CAT scan. He goes, I know exactly what it is. Come look, I'll show you. And he pulls up the CAT scan, and he shows us where the hardware. I had cervical surgery in 2008. Same time right before I had my gastric bypass, and all that happened at the same time. And he said, an infection has gotten lodged in your neck, and it's caught onto the hardware, and the hardware needs to be removed. You need to go back to your neurosurgeon, whoever did it, and have him remove it. And the first thing I thought of is, removing the hardware from my neck, what happened to my head? Nothing, everything's fused, everything's perfect. So I got to thinking about that, and I go, okay, it should be fine. So fast forward all this stuff to the doctor, and I get a phone call from my neurosurgeon, and she says, why is it taking so long for this to get to us? And I said, well, and I just gave her a real short version of what I just told you. So she hangs up and calls me right back. She goes, tell me again why this took so long, because Dr. Porter wants to know why you waited so long. I said, I didn't wait. The ENT doctor here in Kingman did. And she said it wasn't infected. Well, so now Dr. Porter is saying, I want you to come in on July 9th, because this was June already. It was the end of June. It was like 2 weeks beforehand. He says, I want you to come in through the ER, St. Joseph's, the Barrow, I never pronounce it right, St. Joseph's Barrow Neurological Center, where I had it done. And Dr. Porter said, come in through the ER on a Saturday. I got there at 9:30 in the morning. I was admitted to my room. Everything went smoothly. I was up there at 1 o'clock, 4 hours. I'm there. And boom, 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 neurosurgeon, infectious disease, ENT, and a regular doctor were all seeing me. And every single one of them want to know, how come it took so long to get here? So I was scheduled, that was on Saturday. I was scheduled Monday morning, took the hardware out. Infectious disease did not release me until I had the appointment set up the following Saturday. I was in the hospital 1 week. Following Saturday here at KRMC's outpatient infusion center, and I had to go for infusion treatments every single day. No, I didn't get Sundays off for good behavior. Every single day for the past 6 weeks I've been doing this, or 5 weeks. 6 weeks? Yeah, 6 weeks already. It's coming out Friday. I'm so excited. So I've been dealing with this whole thing since January 30th, almost a full 9 months. It's been horrible. So, as a result, I've gained 20 pounds. I've gained 20 pounds in the past 9 months because I was feeling so bad, so lousy. I was reaching for those carbs, those comfort foods. And I don't do that. I haven't done that in years. But I did. And I saw the scales creeping up a little bit. And I'm like, okay, well, when I was in the hospital, it just went over, it just got me over that hump. And I'm at a 160 right now. December, I was at 140. I was looking pretty good. Size 8. If I don't get rid of this 20 pounds real quick, I'm not going to need some winter clothes to wear because I got rid of all my fat stuff. So, that's what's been going on with me. I also, as I started, I had like the back part of this room, like a quarter of this room, that was my sewing area, and I started getting into quilting. And then the rest of this room was my daycare. And I had like 5 kids a day, and I was just loving life. I really, really enjoyed it. And as some moved away and went to school, I'm down to 1 day. So as this happened, my sewing got a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, until boom, the kids are out because they're big enough they don't need to be enclosed in the room anymore. And they're not toddlers anymore. I've been doing this for 3 years. We've been in this house for 3 years now. I can't believe it. So anyhow, so as this room started growing and more of my sewing stuff came in, and I got sick, I didn't even use it. I did not start using this room until April of this past year, or this year. And I've slowly got it all cleaned up. I've done crazy amount of quilts. I've just taken off with it. I absolutely love it. It's busy work, and I think it's so important to have that busy work, because if you're just sitting around watching TV and you're not doing anything, that's going to come back on. Remember, this is a lifelong lifestyle change. And if you haven't been walking, if you haven't been doing what you're supposed to be doing, you know, I'm still into that 10,000 step thing. And I'm so sorry how weight loss surgery, walking buddies fell apart. Man, I miss it. But I really needed a break. It was just got to be too much, and everything got to be too much for me right there. But, you know, I would love to give support. I still need support. I need to get this 20 pounds off. And Friday my PICC line comes out. I could start, you know, about a week later they said I could start exercising again. I've already increased my steps. Yesterday I had 9,000 steps with my Fitbit. So if any of you are out there from our times, and even new people, this has always been a wonderful support system, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go ahead and upload these 2 videos and see what kind of response I got. You know, comment, let me know you're still out there. I know Banded Wendy is still skinny as can be, and she's absolutely gorgeous, and you know, Rose is still doing so much, and bariatric TV, and oh my gosh, I really have been, you know, watching a little bit here and there, but I'd like to come back, and I'd like to start doing some more videos and helping you guys out. And I'm really busy, but I'm never too busy for a little bit of support. So Virginiann1975 signing off. See you next time. Bye.